the whole Remy and Pap situation, none of it was true.
I don't have nothing to do with that.
Okay.
I have been open in all my relationships that I've had.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Well,
I mean,
look.
I probably have 4 boyfriends online.
I don't know.
I don't know.
They're both
man.
nice.
They both
but
nice.
it would have to be new lyrics now. Right? Because Joe can't keep doing.
Is Remy Ma really out here holding Papoose hostage? Because why is this man out here practically begging for a divorce and she still won't let him go? It's getting so wild that Claressa Shields was ready to step in the ring, gloves on, fists ready, just to knock some sense into Remy. And let's be real, this ain't just about love anymore. Word on the streets is that Pap might be eyeing that alimony bag and things are getting real messy. But let's not forget, this man held Remy down when she was locked up. He stayed loyal, kept her name alive, and made sure the world did not forget about her. But now that she's out here securing her own bag and cozying up to Eazy the Block Captain, who, by the way, already replaced her with 2 younger women, Remy still won't let Pap go. This situation is getting out of control, and let's just say Claressa Shields is not here for it. Now, let's talk about how deep Claressa is in this mix. She has been out here publicly showing love for Pap in the sweetest little way, making sure he knows she got his back. Just recently, she hit up IG with a birthday post that had everybody talking. She wrote, "Aw man, happy B-Day, King Pap. So grateful for your life, your laugh, your music, your guidance, your love. You are truly one of one. I pray God bless you with many more years and even quicker hands. Because today you're getting all your B-Day punches. Love you, happy birthday." Now that was cute, but not her talking about birthday punches because let's be real, we all know those punches probably hurt. But one thing's for sure, Claressa is clearly all in. But here's the real question. The elephant in the room. Why hasn't Pap put a ring on it yet? Even with all these rumors flying around, even with all this public support, what's really going on? Remy Ma is really out here playing keep away with those divorce papers like it's a game. And let's be honest, it's not because Papoose hasn't tried. He's been out here telling everybody that he's been asking for this divorce. And not just once or twice, numerous times. But every single time, instead of just letting him go, Remy keeps stirring up drama, like she needs this chaos to keep going. And this isn't just some baseless gossip. The receipts are out there. Y'all remember when Remy herself exposed those text messages between Pap and Claressa Shields, right? That situation was scorching. In those messages, Claressa was clearly frustrated, not because of some petty drama, but because Pap didn't even let her know he made it home safe. She kept it real and told him straight up, "You are the one who is married. If you can't at least sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person, it shouldn't be a big deal to let me know that you made it home safe." Whew! She said what she said. And let's be real, she wasn't being messy. She was just caring about her man. But Remy wasn't done. Oh no, she took things even further. She went on to accuse Pap of threatening to call the police on her and even claimed to have audio recordings of him being physical with her. Now, Pap shut that down immediately, denying everything, but what he did say, he said Remy is just mad because he's moved on. And let's not forget, Christmas 2023, Remy Ma was all cuddled up with Eazy the Block Captain like she wasn't still legally married. And we all remember that rap battle where she straight up confessed she was in love with him.
Hey, yo, Remy, don't you love me? Yeah. See, right there, that's the punchline! That's the punchline!
Now, if that wasn't the most public confirmation of what's really going on, then what is? How are you madly in love with a whole new man but still refusing to let Papoose go? Somebody make it make sense. But if you thought that was messy, hold on, because there's even more.
Touchdown today, you ready? There you go.
Claressa and Pap have been out here giving everybody couple goals, and they even let us peek into their love life. These two took a whole vacation for Valentine's Day, and not just any trip. Hawaii. They were out there living their best lives, soaking up the sun, enjoying the island vibes, and looking unbothered. And Pap, he was there for business too, kicking off the inaugural Hawaii Fest. Now, we know Pap is all about his grind, so even in the middle of his romantic getaway, he took time to let the people know what's up. He hopped on Threads and posted, "The show was phenomenal. So many stars pulled up. We broke records this year. We made history." Okay, Mr. Pap, out here securing a bag while still making time for romance. But while Pap was busy making moves, Claressa was out here securing hearts. She posted a sweet clip of her serenading her man right on the beach, singing, "Just the two of us."
Two of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us.
Now, y'all, the love was real, but it was also corny. But they weren't the only ones getting jiggy with it because, listen, this is where things get real serious. Word on the streets is that Pap had this whole romantic getaway planned for a minute, and get this, his plan was to make it official. That's right. Allegedly, Pap was hoping to finalize his divorce from Remy before the trip so he could have his big moment and propose to Claressa on Valentine's Day. Just imagine it. Hawaii, the ocean breeze, the romance in the air, and it would have been perfect. But guess who had to come through and ruin it? Annie up. Yep, that fool Remy Ma. And why? Because things with her new boo, Eazy the Block Captain, weren't going the way she wanted. So instead of just letting Pap move on, she's out here playing games and keeping him stuck in this mess. And let's not act like Remy hasn't seen the way Pap and Claressa are getting the same love and support she used to get back in the day. That had to hit a nerve. I mean, remember when Pap performed at Claressa's boxing match while she was walking into the ring? That's not just support. That's a whole new level of love, hype, and dedication. And Remy, watching him show up and show out for another woman like that, oof, that's gotta sting. But now you gotta wonder, is this just about being a bitter ex, or is there something more going on here? Because the way Remy is holding on this tight, it's giving, what are you really afraid of? And now, reports are coming out claiming the real reason Remy won't sign those divorce papers, it's because she knows Pap is coming for that alimony bag. Because let's be real, Remy is not trying to cough up those coins. See, when one partner makes more money in a marriage, the financially weaker partner is usually entitled to spousal support, aka alimony, after the split. And let's not act like Pap wasn't the one holding it down all those years. When it comes to alimony, courts look at a few key things: how long the couple was married, the income gap between them, and the contributions made during the marriage. And when you look at Remy and Pap's history, they were together for 11 years. That's over a decade.
Amazing, beautiful, sexy, smart, intelligent woman I ever met in my life. I love you more than anything in the world, as you know.
You want to know if I'll marry you again?
What I want to say is, will you marry me again?
They started dating in 2004, tied the knot in 2008, and officially called it quits in 2023. But here's where it gets even crazier. They didn't just get married under normal circumstances. Oh no, they got married over the phone while Remy was locked up in 2008. If that isn't dedication, I don't know what is. And let's not forget, Pap held her down through everything. When Remy was sentenced in 2008, he was right there. When she got out in 2014, he was still there. And not only that, but they even had a whole televised wedding ceremony in 2015 to celebrate their love. By 2018, they welcomed their daughter, Reminisce Mackenzie, another major milestone Pap stood by her for. Pap rode for Remy through some of the toughest years of her life, and now that the tables have turned, we're really debating whether he deserves some support. If anyone has a solid case for alimony, it's him. Now let's talk about the money, because this is where things get real messy. Remy Ma's net worth is estimated to be around $4 million, and that's a whole lot more than what Pap is estimated to be worth. So, when she looks at those divorce papers, she knows Pap is most likely going to be entitled to those alimony payments, and she does not want to let that money go.
Guys and Papoose wanted to marry you. After you guys sent this, because you just knew he was, you just knew he was on it.
And
I thought that was like a real stand-up thing to do.
He's one of a kind. I could definitely say that.
A big chunk of Remy's wealth comes from her record sales, reality TV appearances, and clothing line. And let's not forget her 2006 debut album, There's Something About Remy, based on a true story. The album was a critical success, and while she didn't blow up like some of her peers, she stayed getting recognition. She's been nominated 4 times for Best Female Hip Hop Artist at the BET Awards, and even won once. And that is not nothing. But let's be real. Even when Remy was locked up, she never disappeared from the music scene. She dropped several mixtapes from behind bars, and guess who was out here promoting and monetizing them? P.A.P. He was the one keeping her name alive when she couldn't do it herself. He was pushing her music, making sure people didn't forget about her, and making moves to keep the income flowing. And now that the money is stacked in her favor, she's acting brand new? That's real love and real work. And best believe all that effort made Remy some serious money. So when she finally got out in 2014, she and Pap took their love story to the small screen with VH1's Love and Hip Hop New York. And it didn't stop there. They locked in several spin-offs, stacking even more checks.
Besides the great performances, it was like one small, tiny, itsy-bitsy incident with Ra and one of Yandy's friends, but it was nothing.
Trying to sweep someone under the rug?
It was like one little fight. Nowhere near me, like a football field away.
And guess who was right there making those deals happen? Pap. He wasn't just some background character, he was a whole part of the storyline. Their love, their struggles, their family drama, all of that was what kept people tuning in. Pap was just as much the star of that show as Remy was. So, let's be real. He wasn't just along for the ride, he was helping secure those TV checks too. And when Remy launched the Remy Ma collection in 2018, it was yet another bag secured. But guess what? Pap helped make that happen too. A portion of the proceeds went to support women and families affected by incarceration, which was a real solid move. But let's not pretend that Pap wasn't out here promoting that line, because he definitely was. So now, after everything he's done, she's the one trying to act like he wasn't a part of her success? Pap wasn't just out here supporting from the sidelines, he was actively putting in work to push Remy's brand forward. He was rocking the menswear at events, making sure it got seen, and bringing attention to the brand in a way that mattered.
Miss Remy Ma, Mr. Papoose, really the hip-hop's Hollywood couple right now. Y'all need your own show. That's what everybody's...
The kind of promo he was doing, that's the same type of exposure that brands pay big money to influencers for. So when we talk about how Remy secured her bag, we also got to talk about how much Pap was grinding behind the scenes to help build that success. But this is where things get even deeper. While Remy was in prison, her then teenage son, Jason Scott, needed someone to step up. And guess who did?
23-year-old Jason Scott has been arrested in connection to a in Queens that dates back to 2021. Investigators are looking into the possibility that it was a
Pap. He took on the responsibility and stepped in as a father figure when Remy couldn't be there. That is not a small responsibility. Raising a teenage boy while his mother is locked up, that's huge. And Pap did it without hesitation. He held it down, made sure Jason was taken care of, and kept the household together. But here's where things take a tragic turn. After Remy got out, her son Jason ended up getting arrested and charged in connection with a 2021 fatal incident in Queens, New York. He's accused of first-degree murder and other related charges. Now, that situation is beyond heartbreaking, and while it's a whole separate tragedy, it really puts things into perspective. Pap was providing stability when Remy couldn't be there. He was holding down the household, taking care of her child, and keeping things together when everything could have easily fallen apart. And that you can't put a price on.
I love really hard, but I'm happy to, love somebody who wanna, love somebody back. You know what I'm saying? He is just such a sweetheart. Ain't nobody tell him to tie my goddamn boot either, but he said it wasn't laced right, so he laced it right. It was so funny.
When we talk about this divorce drama and why Remy is dragging her feet, It's starting to look more and more like she knows Pap has a strong case for alimony. And she's not trying to run that check. And what about Claressa? Oh, you know she's infuriated by all of this. Because while Remy is out here stalling, she's slowing down Claressa's whole wedding story. And let's be real, Claressa is not the type to sit back quietly when things ain't going right. And this ain't just a fling between her and Pap. Claressa is loving Pap out loud. She's calling him her king, her love, her everything. She's not just playing around, she's all in. But now, they're stuck. Claressa can't even take the next step with Pap because he's still legally tied to another woman. Imagine being ready to start your forever with somebody, only to have a massive roadblock that just won't move. And to make things even worse, that roadblock, aka Remy, stays in their shadow, stirring the pot and causing drama every chance she gets. But let's just be real for a millisecond. Any woman would be raging if they were in Claressa's shoes. She's out here loving this man, supporting him, and now she's getting dragged into his mess with his ex. It's frustrating, it's messy, and let's be real, it's exhausting. At this point, we all gotta wonder, how much longer is Claressa gonna put up with this before she demands real answers and real action? So I gotta ask y'all, do you think Remy is really holding on because she still loves Pap? Or is this all about that alimony check she knows is coming her way? And what about Claressa? Is she really gonna ride through all this drama? Or is she gonna get fed up and walk away? And the biggest question, how long is Pap supposed to wait before Remy finally lets him go? I need to hear everything y'all think. So drop those comments below and let me know. And while you're at it, smash that like button if you're feeling this tea, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you even doing? Hit that subscribe button right now. Turn those notifications on and make sure you never miss a single update. Because trust me, this drama is only getting wilder. And don't stop here. Check out the next video on your screen. See y'all in the next one.